To maximise the efficiency of their jigsaws, Bosch have a comprehensive range of different blades. For simplicity, these are colour coded: grey for wood, blue for metal, white for wood and metal, and black for special applications. So now let's see the saws in action, starting with that amazing 150mm depth of cut. To maximise the clearance of swarf, and hence the speed of cut, set the orbital action to position 3. Even at this depth, the powerful motor ensures that progress is quick, even around tight curves. Just look how accurate that cut is. The anti-splinter shoe is fitted for cuts on laminate or veneered surfaces, and the orbital action set to 0 to ensure chip-free cutting. There is then no damage along the cut line. A narrow, clean cut blade guarantees a similar result for tight radius cuts, such as holes for cable management inserts. Use a wider, clean cut blade for straight cuts in laminate material. If it's particularly abrasive, use a bimetal blade for longer life. Making cornering cuts in heavy worktops is always difficult, as the blade tends to wander off the vertical. A good quality blade, coupled to the sheer power of these jigsaws, ensures a perpendicular cut. Here you see the benefit of the sawdust blower. Without it, the swarf covers the cut line. Switch it on and the line is cleared instantly. With a clean cut blade, you can cut from the top without any danger of chipping the laminate surface. If you check the corners with a square, they'll be spot on, with none of that angling typical of underpowered saws. Look how slow this cut is in heavy section timber. Then watch the difference if you set the orbital action to number 3. The cut is now so much faster, but the finish is still good, with just a little ragging on the top surface. Here, the extra clean blade for wood is cutting through 75mm softwood. The profile involves working both with the grain and across it, but even with maximum pendulum action set, this blade leaves a consistently fine surface, no matter what the grain orientation. The GST 150 CE performs equally well and produces the same stunning performance on really deep cuts. Some users will find the lower centre of gravity of the barrel grip makes it easier to guide the saw, particularly if you need to work one-handed. The tilting base allows you to make angled cuts up to a maximum of 45 degrees in either direction. Use the plastic anti-scratch overshoe on delicate materials whose surface could be damaged by the standard base. A bimetal blade will last a lot longer where the material is particularly abrasive. And if you match it carefully to the material being cut, it should again leave a perfect top surface. Some blades have variable tooth geometry along their length for fast but super clean cuts in hardwood like this 50mm oak. If you're working with particularly dusty materials like MDF, always fit the dust extraction spout, then switch off the sawdust blower and connect the tool to a suitable extractor. This is very effective at collecting the dust as it's produced and very little escapes. For fine, detailed work, there's a range of narrow blades specially developed for tight radius cuts in a range of different materials. It's when you need to cut very thin materials like this, the accelerator trigger and variable speed are most useful. They allow you to start and stop the cut with so much more control. Slow right down for the initial start, speed up for the main cut, then slow down again for the exit. If you need to cut through timber that might contain metal, like nails or pipes, then special bimetal blades are available. These produce a perfect cut in wood and are not affected in any way by the metal. Modern sandwich materials up to 120mm thick are no problem to either of these jigsaws. This flooring material is heavy duty chipboard covered in metal, but cuts with ease. With the correct blade, you can also cut the modern resin materials like corian that are used for kitchen and bathroom work surfaces. Straight and profile cuts are no problem in aluminium either, even if the material is quite thick. Cutting perspex can be difficult as the swarf welds itself back behind the blade if it gets too hot, but with the correct blade and a lower speed it's no problem. This huge blade range allows you to cut all sorts of ferrous metals as well. And finally, fit a tungsten coated blade to cut ceramic wall tiles. Never an easy job otherwise. So that's the GST 150, an amazing jigsaw with that incredible capacity. What's more, it's proudly made in Switzerland, made by professionals for professionals. And if you register the tool online, you get a 3-year warranty.